We are recording.
Oh my God.
Hey.
I don't know how to talk all of a sudden.
I know, I don't either. Every word that existed left my brain.
Every word left brain.
Well,
talk less. Sea World. No. The Office.
Oh,
Do you know
I'm
that?
sorry.
What
I haven't watched it all the way through.
No, but there's an episode where Kevin is like, talk less.
I thought you were going to say, talk less, smile more.
No, but that works too. I don't know, but there's an episode where Kevin is like saying less words to like save time in his life.
Gotcha.
Okay, anyways.
I'm sure other people will get that reference.
Yeah. Yep.
I need to watch it.
I know you do.
I've seen a lot of episodes, but out of the context of the series, whatever. Anyways, welcome to Take It Home. Woo!
Should we introduce ourselves?
Yes. You can go first.
Okay.
Since that was your idea.
I'm Noelle Cornelius. I guess I should say my last name. I don't know. I'm originally from Greensboro, North Carolina. Woo! Moved to New York City 3.5 years ago. And I exist and am a person. What else do I need to say?
What are you? Are you an actor? Are you a singer?
Okay, I'm also an actor. Okay. Yeah. I'm an actor. I'm a singer.
Is that your identity?
I eat, sleep, breathe acting and singing. I don't have any other hobbies or interests. Just kidding. I have so many. And I don't sleep, eat, and breathe it. I'm a well-rounded person.
That's right.
That was a joke. Well, it actually wasn't a joke because I am. Anyways, so that's what I do. And I also have random little jobby poos that I do because a girl has to pay her rent. AKA nannying, tour guiding, and assisting someone who is my friend. And I guess that's me. You guys will get to know me so much more. But that's all I have to say for now.
Nice.
Who are you? I've never met you.
I'm Marisa Nejas.
Oh.
I'm also a person who exists.
That's crazy.
I also live in New York City.
You do?
Yes.
Holy shit.
We're actually roommates.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I live here too.
You live here?
Yes, in this apartment with you.
Is that your room over there?
Mm-hmm, on the other side of that wall.
Oh, I was always kind of wondering like what that was. I thought it was a storage room.
So that's where I live. Yeah, so nice to meet you. I'm your roommate.
Nice to meet you.
If you're wondering, who the other random person walking around your apartment was. That's me. I'm also an actor, singer, songwriter, and now podcaster, I guess. Yeah. And I also do have my random jobby poos. I'm a nanny too. And I work in retail at a jewelry store, which is really fun.
Yes.
But yeah, we're roommates and we live in New York City. We've been living together for
almost 3 years now, or we're on almost 4 years now.
Wait, whoa.
We moved in together in 2022.
Damn, that's crazy.
So all of that was a joke, everyone. We know each other and we know we live with each other.
Yes. And we're roommates, but also we're more than that.
We're acquaintances. Just kidding. We're like best friends. Well, we are best friends.
Yeah.
Not like.
Should we talk a little bit about
the cast?
I feel like we have to acknowledge that you're going to be calling me Pete.
Okay. Yeah. So she's not Marisa to me or anyone who knows you. Not anyone. Like your family, your parents don't call you Pete. But in college, which we'll get to the backstory of our college days where we met each other. But I started calling her Maurice. And so everyone in our little musical theater class, not little, but started calling her Maurice. And then that somehow turned into Moritz, Pete's, and then pizza, and then Pete. And Pete just stuck.
Yeah.
Like so much to the point where like you're Pete.
Like became my name, especially with my college friends. But then it trickled into like friends that we met or like that I started hanging out with post grad. Like,
Dude, your college landlord.
yeah, my landlord texted me and was like, "Are you the one they call Pete?" And I was like, "That's me." I have no idea.
Literally, how did he know that?
I don't know how he knew that. But then ever since then, he would call me Pete. Like, and my professors called me Pete. Like, it just really caught on to the point where my name was Pete. So yeah. Not just anyone can call me Pete. I feel like it has to come naturally, you know? It's like our college friends or the people that have hung around us a lot that it caught on to.
Yeah.
Or caught on with them, whatever.
Do any of your friends not call you Pete? Like, who, I mean, yeah, I guess we just kind of covered that.
Yeah.
Like, Claire calls you Pete.
Claire calls me Pete. That feels normal.
Yeah.
Because it like caught on naturally.
Sarah calls you Pete.
Coworkers don't call me Pete.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like anyone else that I've met.
Well, okay. So I guess you have to be with like our school friends for people to call you Pete. Because if you just go to work and none of us work there, you're not going to be like, Pete. I'm Marisa, but you can call me Pete.
No, it's not like I go by Pete. It's just like a really intense nickname.
Like the most intense nickname
Very intense.
Ever.
Yeah. My parents were really confused about it for a while.
Okay. So anyways, covered that. She's Pete. Also, wait, should we talk about what we're drinking first?
Yes. So, as a little fun thing, a part of our podcast, if you're listening, you can't see, but if you're watching, we're holding a drink.
And it is a dirty martini.
Yes.
Every week, we're going to have a different fun drink. It's not always going to be alcoholic because
we're recording on Monday night, and I don't always want to drink on a Monday night because I'm in my late 20s now.
Yep. I like never want to drink on Monday night, but
yeah, true. Like never.
For this. So, dirty martini, little bit of vermouth. Apparently, you're supposed to swirl it around, then pour it in the sink. So that's what I did. Sorry if that's wasteful and I'm not supposed to do that. That's what I've been told. Some olive brine, some gin.
They're very dirty, as you can see.
Yeah.
That's how I like it.
Me too. Cheers.
Cheers.
Eye contact.
Always. Taking a sip.
I hope it's good. It's a little too briny.
Not for me.
Really?
I could drink olive juice out of a jar, so.
I mean, valid. I just wish... It's okay. I'll still drink it.
Tastes like olive juice. I love it.
Me and Pete both are obsessed with olives.
Yes.
Like, it's a thing for both of us. When we were little, we would both eat them as snacks. We didn't know each other back then.
We'll get into that.
We have a podcast now, and this is it. And it is called Take It Home. And it's actually kind of crazy because we came up with this idea like a month or two ago, a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was in March.
And I remember I was thinking to myself one night, I was just like, oh my God, like me and Pete should start a podcast. And then like 2 days later, did you bring it up or was it your dad?
It was not me. My parents were in town and I don't know how it got brought up. It was either I think it was one of them, my mom, I think. I don't know how it happened, but someone said it. And I was like, oh my God, I've always had this feeling that I needed to have a podcast, but I never had like an idea for it. I never thought about doing one with you initially, which I don't know why, but
yeah,
like I just kind of thought it was in the back of my head, like something I always want to do. So when we started talking about it, I was like, I'm so down. And
then we like really we decided instantly. We were like, okay, it's a thing now.
Yep.
And so like it's happening. And now here we are.
Here we are.
Why did we name our podcast Take It Home?
Why did we? Well, we were kind of trying to bounce off names that had to do with home because we live together and we're roommates. And I feel like that's a big part of our story.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, so the podcast is going to, like each week we're going to talk about a different topic. It can be any topic. We're going to share our experiences regarding said topic, have a conversation about it. And there's always going to be a take home at the end. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
What you take home with you after.
Take it home.
Take it home. So, yeah, those reasons and home because we live together. And also, we're both actors and performers, as you know now. And so, take it home.
Take it home. You always say, take it home, boys.
Take it home, boys. Like, I imagine like a singer I imagine myself, actually. I imagine myself on a stage, like in a jazz bar with a piano, and I'm singing la da da da, scatting, and then I go, "Take it home, boys," and then they like start playing like really crazy, and then the music fades out. So that's a saying in showbiz to take it home.
So it's a little ode to that.
Take it home, boys.
Performer parts.
Our performer parts.
Our performer parts. So that's basically the thing. We are still figuring everything out. This podcast is gonna like be shaped as we go. We don't have like a super specific niche topic. We want to just like talk about our lives and like everything that we experience.
I feel like also we're pretty relatable, at least like, I don't know, we have big dreams. However, we haven't necessarily reached those dreams quite yet. So I feel like, I don't know, if you're listening out there and you also have big dreams and you haven't reached them quite yet, listen to us and you might relate. But also we're always just having like really great discussions around our apartment. Lots of like silly things. We're always laughing, but also really deep, serious things as well. Things we've learned throughout our 20s. We're both people who really like to learn from our mistakes and like take lessons from that. I don't know if that grammar made sense.
I would say we're both very dedicated to self-growth.
Yeah.
And so we were talking earlier, and something like that I really want for this podcast is for it to be uplifting. Like, yes, we're going to have a good time and talk about some serious things and some funny things and whatever, but I really want it to be like a positive space.
Yeah. Not negative.
Yeah, it's going to be generally uplifting. And this would be a good segue into what our little icebreaker is going to be at the beginning of every episode.
La da da da.
So, speaking of positivity, at the beginning of every episode, we're going to do something we like to call 10 things that made us smile today. We're not going to talk about 10 things.
No, because that's like a lot on a podcast.
No, yeah. But we're each going to share something from our week that made us smile. It can be something big. It can be something super small, like my coffee tasted amazing. Like, yeah. But do you want to explain why like we're doing this?
Yes. So actually, I'll go way back. I'll go back a couple years ago. Dr. Whitehouse, my favorite psychiatrist. Sorry to my current one, I guess. But I love Dr. Whitehouse. I was like so mentally unwell, like giving scary anxiety, super depressed, whatever. We'll get into that in more episodes, I'm sure. But he was like, we're literally talking about rewiring my brain chemistry because, you know, when you're in a bad mental place, you tend to see the negativity around you more than the positivity. And he's like, there's so much positive stuff you don't notice, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, I want you to start writing down, like literally taking note, anything that makes you happy. So I was just finding myself writing down so many little things. And eventually it started working. Like I'd literally write, walked past a cute dog, sat, like there was a seat for me on the subway. Like, and then even things that were like annoying, I'd turn into something positive. Like I'd be like, a random woman yelled at me on the street, but like that's low key kind of funny. So,
oh yeah, because I think after you do it for a while, or even it doesn't even have to be a while, but like when you're in that mindset, okay, I'm looking for things that are going to make me smile, so I can like write it down and get my 10 things for the day.
Yeah. Like I've said, like, you know, being in your 20s is hard. Being just a couple of girlies in New York City chasing their dreams. Like we've both definitely had a lot of mental struggles since moving here, and we're honestly like normally on the same wavelength. So if one of us is feeling off, the other one normally is as well. So we were like, why don't we start just doing 10 things that make us smile? So every day for a little bit, we would write down 10 things throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, sit down and share them with each other. So that's where that came from. So on the podcast, we're just going to do one thing a week because you guys don't want to hear all of that.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then hopefully it'll encourage you to think about something that made you smile this week.
Yes. Are we going to do that now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay. Okay. I know what I'm sharing.
Okay. You're confident, so you go.
Well, mine is kind of like obnoxious and a big thing.
Oh, I know what yours is.
But today I did see two of my idols, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, in the flesh, 1 foot away from me.
It's crazy.
Backstage at Radio City Music Hall, which is also crazy. I sang background for a show there, and it was crazy and awesome. And then I was walking around backstage and I looked to my right and Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are sitting right there. I literally almost threw up. I waved to them so awkwardly. They didn't see me. Thank God. Because I'll meet them again eventually and then I can be cool.
It won't be the last time.
But something about just being in the same space as them. I've read both of their books. They are just two, like, they're just badass, funny fucking women. I aspire to be that. So I'm bad at talking sometimes, but I fucking love them so much. That's and
crazy.
I was shaking for like an hour after.
Yeah. I don't know. I've like seen some celebrities since living here, but no one that I like admire.
Yeah.
That much, or like that I felt like starstruck.
This is the first time I felt starstruck.
Yeah.
Like I've seen other celebrities around. Like I saw fucking like Vanessa Ann Hudgens and I was just kind of like, damn, that's crazy.
Vanessa Ann Hudgens.
I always say Ann. She is not Vanessa Hudgens. She is Vanessa Ann Hudgens.
When I was younger, I used to say Vanessa Ann Hudgens too. Like, I don't know what it is. Like,
comment below. Do you say Vanessa Hudgens or Vanessa Ann Hudgens? No, but like this was the first time I was like so starstruck because there are two people I think about. When I think about my career, I'm like, damn, things aren't going my way. I would love to be like, you know, acting and producing and creating things professionally. And I'm not right now. And reading their books, they both worked their asses off, like worked random ass jobs. Like, I mean, which no job is random ass. Like every job is, what's the word? Like valid.
Yeah.
But
valuable and important.
Yeah. But I guess I want to do something that's different than what I am doing right now. And they both went through that as well. And now they're both and they also look so pretty. Tina, Amy, if you're listening to this, one, sorry if you saw me like shaking and staring at you. Two, thank you for your service. Okay, I just talked for so long, but that happened today and I'm like still not okay.
It's crazy. That's a really good one.
Like, oh my,
it's a perfect one. I can't top that. What I was gonna talk about is just so I write music.
You do?
Yeah.
I know she does.
And I haven't released anything in a while, but I've been like writing and I've had like pieces of things here and there. My process has changed a bit. Like I used to hyper fixate on one thing until it was like finished. And now I kind of have like all these pieces of things that aren't really like anything yet. And I can't like seem to finish anything. So I'm trying to find that like middle ground. I mean, there's no really right or wrong way to, you know, make art, but I've had the things that have worked for me in the past and I feel like that's shifting. But basically I had like a couple of emotionally hard days the past like few days, just which was random and it hasn't happened in a while because I've actually been doing pretty well this year. Like,
yeah, you have
protecting my peace, which is such a cliche, but like I generally feel like just like peace in my head and whatever. But I've just had like a couple hard days, but instead of, I let myself feel, but instead of wallowing, I did the ideal thing, which is like, for me, turning my hard things into art and music and writing and letting that fuel.
I love that.
Creating. And I like got a really good piece of music,
dude,
in my
it's
opinion,
a slay.
That I really like and I'm excited about, that feels like fully formed and like it just kind of flowed out. It was one of those.
It's really
moments.
good.
Thank you.
I will say I've been listening to it
from the
like there's just one chord that when it goes I don't know, there's just something.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying. It's really good. I feel like every time you write a new song, it like improves upon the last one.
I agree. Like, and I feel like that's part of what's getting me stuck in this rut of like I'm being too critical of myself and then I'm not finishing anything because I have these really high expectations because I know that I'm improving.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like the direction I hear things going is so different from the things I've released in the past. But, you know, that is what being an artist is, you know, you have to hold space for every version of yourself and
hold space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity.
Yes, exactly. If you're watching, I'm holding Noelle's finger. Like how?
Oh.
What was it? Cynthia held Ariana's finger? Or was it?
I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Sorry, continue.
What was I saying?
Your thing, you have to hold space.
Oh, yeah. You can't be too critical of yourself. You can't quit a project too soon because then you'll never know the potential it had. Some things are going to just like flow out and finish in an hour, and then others take a little more time to form. But if you believe in something, you gotta stick with it. I don't know, but
that's on that. Yeah,
that made me really happy, and I think it's fueling me in other ways too. Like now I feel very inspired. I'm like thinking about the other things I've written and like wanting to build upon those.
Do you feel like it helped you emotionally too to work through the emotions you've had the past couple of days?
Even just not even like working through it, but like literally writing is like a meditation. Like it just takes it takes your mind off of those things that you could be ruminating on and just puts it somewhere else. Like,
yeah, that's so true.
If you've ever sat down to work on a project of any sort, like time just like goes away from you. So I think if anything, it's just like getting your mind away from that and like putting it in a healthy place. And
that's so true.
But yeah, also like thinking through your experiences and like writing about it, it's cathartic for sure.
Yeah.
What are we pivoting to?
How we became friends.
Okay.
What
yeah. We're going to
our story is.
Talk about a little bit of our story, our friendship.
So Pete and I went to Elon University for musical theater. Woo! Elon University is not related to Elon Musk.
No.
Anyways, we went to Elon for musical theater. Most musical theater BFA programs, I think it's normally a smaller class. So there were only 19 of us in the graduating musical theater class of 2020. And we spent pretty much all day, every day together for 4 years with those 19 people. And so, you know, you tend to get closer to some people. Our whole class was really close at the time. But so Pete and I, we were like friends freshman year, but we weren't close friends.
Yeah, I wasn't close with many people freshman year. I was a little bit of a hermit. Typical me. I'm an introvert, I guess you would say. I mean, I don't like to put myself in a box, but I definitely like need my alone time. I've gotten better over the years, but like when I was like younger, it's very hard to transition into that crazy and like new. Yeah. I also was like in a relationship, which is insane.
Crazy.
Because now I'm like the most single person ever. But
me and you both.
Yeah, I had a long distance boyfriend. So I was like, I'm gonna stay here and like FaceTime him.
God.
So like I didn't go out a ton until like spring semester. I started like going out more and like becoming closer to some people. And then I was like, oh, wait, now I have to leave?
Yeah.
And then I was so ready and so back for sophomore year. And I feel like we started to get close sophomore year.
Yeah. Sophomore year is definitely where we got closer because I would come to your dorm a lot and hang out.
We lived in like the same housing community. How do you say it? Like,
but that
different buildings.
Not sophomore year though.
Oh yeah, you lived in
only freshman year. I lived in an apartment with. Yeah, I was a sophomore who lived with two seniors actually off campus in an apartment.
And then I moved into that complex junior year.
Dude, but I remember I would take naps in your bed sometimes.
I don't remember that. That's crazy.
And there were a couple of times when you weren't there. Like you were gone and I slept in your bed.
Did you tell me?
I think so.
I would not have cared, but like that's really funny.
I didn't.
You probably had to have because I've always locked my door, so I don't know how you would have gotten in. But how would you get in?
I would have told you because we were close, but we weren't like that close. not close enough for me to be comfortable enough to like fall asleep with the chance of you walking in
Without
and me
telling
being
me.
like, oh, hey, sorry.
I would be so scared. That'd be so scary.
But your dorm was so close to the Performing Arts Center, which is where we pretty much lived. And I had to drive off campus to get back to my apartment. And the BFA life is really exhausting.
It is.
Like,
we would have class 8 a.m. ballet in the morning all the way till class through till 5:15. And then we would have, if you were in a show, you'd have rehearsal for your show after that. And then after that, sometimes you'd even have more rehearsals for like little numbers and like little
for
different
like the
things, showcases, cabaret type things that were happening. It was nonstop. And we didn't even I remember it being so hard to eat lunch.
Yeah.
Like it was so hard to we would get 15 minutes in between classes. So if you're not like packing things, just the amount of time it takes to run and like grab food, be back for your next like dance class.
It's
and like
so crazy.
Yeah.
And everything feels so high stakes too. Like now looking back, it's like, damn, like that's crazy. I was really so stressed about getting to ballet on time. Like I'm not out here saving lives. I'm doing plies in ballet class. But it feels really intense when you're there in the moment. It's like everyone is in competition with each other. And
we'll have to do a whole episode on the BFA program experience because it is just like
crazy.
It's such a specific experience and we probably have so many stories.
I feel like a lot of people shit on college. I personally had a good experience.
I had an amazing experience. When I was in college, I fucking loved it. Like, oh my God, loved it. We also graduated in 2020. So we had a horrible end to our senior year with COVID and quarantine and everything kind of got cut short and just had like a weird ending that never felt fully resolved.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Sorry, I just like gasped so big. Dude. Anyways, but I was gonna say like, I'm so sweaty.
It's so hot in New York today.
I know.
Well, it's not even that hot. It was like 70 today.
But our apartment is freaking hot,
our apartment gets so hot. And we don't want to turn the AC on because our electric bill is insane.
Yeah.
We don't need to turn it on yet. We need to turn it on when it gets like high 80s. Yeah.
But Pete and I became closer and closer every year. I feel like at Elon, like by junior and especially senior year, we were bestalinas. But then what really got us close together and what made us realize we could live together was Treep.
Treep.
TREEP, Treep, aka a cross-country road trip that we took with two of our good friends, Mason and Jake. The four of us, after graduating in 2020, during COVID times, we were like, you know what? Perfect time. Hear me out. Perfect time to travel, but in a socially distant way. We literally like camped all over the country and had a month-long cross-country road trip.
It was so awesome.
It was incredible.
Yeah, we were in Mason's Jeep and I guess, I don't know how I got to North Carolina, but we started in North Carolina. I'm from Michigan. I don't think I said that. But we all started in North Carolina and met at Noelle's house and just drove all the way across, stopped, camped, all different states. We went all the way to California and came back a different route, like a more northern route than the one we came. So I think we started in North Carolina. We stopped in Asheville. We went
the Great Smoky Mountains of
Tennessee, Kentucky. So random. Missouri, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, LA. We had a friend in LA that we went and stayed with.
Yeah.
And then Lake Tahoe. We went up to Lake Tahoe. Oh no, we did Sacramento
Lake Tahoe
too. And then Lake Tahoe. And then we went Sun Valley, Idaho, which was so beautiful. Oh my God. We did Yellowstone. And then I think it was just...
We went to the Mall of America.
Minnesota. Okay, so fucking random.
That was not a COVID safe
we were wearing
choice,
masks.
But yeah, whatever. We were wearing masks. I mean, not whatever. COVID's whatever. Okay. Anyways,
we were safe. We were safe.
But yeah, we went to the Mall of America, which is low-key lit.
Rode. Hello, I can't speak.
We rode roller coasters and did an escape room, which that type of shit is right up my alley. I love an amusement park. I love roller coasters and
Mall of America amusement park.
like what? It's a mall with roller coasters in it. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the roller coasters hadn't been running for a while because of COVID.
I forgot about that.
So we got to ride them for free because we were kind of testing them out.
They're like, we're doing a test run. Do you guys want to ride? We were like, yeah. Like, that's so scary. What the hell?
That's actually crazy.
I'm so surprised I did that, honestly.
I'm surprised you did it too. I was like, what? Like, it's fine. It's just so funny. I remember I didn't tell my parents until after because I knew my mom was going to freak the fuck out.
Yeah, but we stopped by at Mall of America, but then we slept on a farm, which was really
so cute.
We like camped on a farm, and the people who owned the farm brought us farm fresh eggs in the morning, and like we sat
played
there.
With goats.
We played with goats, and we had so many experiences like that. And then we ended in Michigan, in my humble abode.
But it was like one of the best months of my life. But if anything, well, not if anything, I mean, like, it was amazing, perfect. But it showed Pete and I that we could live together because we literally spent an entire month in a Jeep together.
In a tent. A Jeep and a tent.
A Jeep and a tent. A small Jeep. It was not a camper van. It was a tiny ass Jeep.
No, a Jeep Wrangler, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like with all of our shit Jeep stuffed all up in it too. Like we were all squished in there for a whole month. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it brought us closer. Like I never felt annoyed. Like if I was ever in a bad mood, it was just because that's inevitable when you're sitting in a car. But it was never from like you or Jake or Mason. But
agreed. We all really got along well. And I always said, I feel like you and I got closer after college.
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy because we did not live in the same place we did not live in the same place at the time. Mm-hmm. I came and visited you in North Carolina once.
That was so fun.
Noelle moved to New York an entire year before I did.
True.
And she was like subletting all over the city before I came and moved in. It was just the timing of things. I like wasn't ready. I was saving up my money.
I was like, get the fuck up here, please.
But then I ended up coming and but before then I visited a lot. I visited you a lot.
You stayed with me so much. Yeah. I remember one time you came and stayed with me for like 10 days.
I know.
And it never felt like annoying or like I was just always kind of like, stay with me for as long as you want.
That is how we
coexist very well.
Yeah.
I never feel like I have to be like, so how's home?
Ugh.
You know, like we're never like
small talk.
No, yeah. It's never like that. It was always like, if we need rot time, we'll just like lay in bed next to each other and turn the other way and be on our phones. And like we don't really get tired of each other.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. I feel like still
knock on wood.
Yeah. Living together, it feels like equivalent to me being at home with my parents or my sister. Like, I feel like I can have alone time even when you're here. Like, it completely,
I love that.
Right? Like,
and
I feel so like rare.
It's funny because Pete's the black cat and I'm the golden retriever, as I like to say. She's more introverted. I'm like crazy extrovert, love to be around people, and I have a lot of energy sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
so do you.
Right. We're dynamic humans.
I have a lot of energy and Pete has no energy.
I never have energy.
Just kidding. We both do. But it's funny because Pete feels like she doesn't have to put on anything and she can like just be herself and be calm and doesn't have to like entertain me. But I feel the same way. Like I also need alone time too. Like, but I act really weird and I'll like just make weird noises and stuff. And then I'll be like, thank God I live with you because I wouldn't be able to do that if I lived with someone else and I'd feel so stifled.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to just be like, like, I don't know, like weird shit, just like all the time.
Literally. Yeah.
Like,
we're very weird
I
together
need to do that stuff. And if I live with someone else, I can't do that or else like they just be like, like, I don't know. They think I was really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we live together and it's been amazing. Great. We don't fight, knock on wood. We've had a couple of tiffs. We had our very first tiff ever, I think, in Europe last
That wasn't
summer.
even living together, though, which is so surprising. Like, it had nothing to do with living together. It was like when we were traveling together.
It was so funny.
But
looking
it was,
back.
we call it a tiff. It was like literally nothing.
We were just, we traveled to Italy. Amazing trip also, but like we're jet lagged. We stayed in a shitty hostel. We did like, you get there and you immediately want to go. We were just fucking exhausted.
And it was so hot.
It was so hot.
So hot. When we were in Rome, I think it was like the hottest I had ever felt. I was like, oh, there was a moment we were like waiting for a bus and it was
my God, that was crazy.
Like, I was like, wait.
It was so hot.
I was like, wait, it's like really hot. Like
that
I've
was
not
really
felt
hot.
this heat before.
Dude, not us being like, our podcast is positivity. And then we're like, ugh, we were in Italy and it was so...
When we were in Rome,
When we were in Rome,
God.
it was way too hot. Like, no.
We're not like that. We were, but just it adds to the exhaustion.
Yeah. So
of it
we
all.
were exhausted. What even happened? How did it? I know. So I'm very like, I'm a bit of a people. It's gotten a lot better. But I used to be a major people pleaser, and I had been to Italy before. Shout out to my mom. She started her own study abroad program in Florence, Italy, where she teaches opera every summer. It's a sleigh. So of course, since my mom teaches there, she like gets a free place to stay. Therefore, I'm like, hey mom, I'm coming. Free place to stay in Europe. So then I was like, Pete, like, because Pete had never been, and I was like, this is your time. We're going together. We're going to stay. We slept on the floor of my mom's apartment and went. But I planned most of at least like what we did in Italy and in Florence, especially because I had been before and there were certain things I wanted to show Pete. So I think I was getting in my head. I was just like, like, I hope she's having a good time. Like, this is her first time. Like, what if Pete's not enjoying what I had planned? And I was just kind of like freaking out in my head, plus like exhaustion on top of that and like drinking lots of wine. Like, I was just like not mentally there, and it was hot, and we were just walking around and we were both being quiet. There was nothing wrong. Like, we were just both walking. But then in my head, I'm freaking out because I'm like, why is she being quiet? Like, she hates this trip or something. And then I was just like, I was like, are you okay?
Well, I feel like I brought it up because for me, in my perspective, it was nothing. It was just like, we're being quiet, which happens all the time. Like we're at the point of our friendship where we don't have to have conversation. So
it does
for whatever reason, you like were getting anxious about that in your head, and then you were acting weird. And I pick up on your energy so easily.
I know.
So
it's annoying.
I think I said, I feel like you're being weird. Like we had some exchange and I said, I feel like you're being, because I remember this so vividly. I was like, I feel like you're being weird. And I was like, I feel like you're being weird. And then I got so like, I was like, oh God, what?
You were like, well, how am I supposed to act?
Yeah, because
so funny.
One of my
back.
pet peeves is when someone thinks there's something wrong with me when there's nothing wrong. And then they're like,
totally,
what's wrong? And I'm like, well,
that annoys me
nothing.
Too.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing was wrong, but now I'm upset because it's like, am I supposed to like act a certain way for you to know that something's not wrong? So then I got kind of like annoyed, but then we unpacked it and we actually ended up having a bonding moment.
We were on the bus on the way to a wine tour. We were going to like the vineyards in Tuscany, and we talked about it, and we were both like, I didn't like that little tiff we had. Pete was like, started laughing about it. We started laughing about our tiff, but then we started unpacking it.
I don't know. It triggered something in me, and we unpacked that. I was like, I feel like this is something from my past. Like,
and then I was like, I feel like for me, like I'm such a people pleaser. So I was getting I don't know. It was just kind of funny looking back. Like, of course, a little tiff happens and we both, like, some people might do that and it's normal, but that's not really normal for me and my friends. Like,
it was a big thing.
I don't like to, I was sassy to you the other day. I got defensive about something. And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, sorry, I was sassy. That kind of stuff doesn't happen often, but it's kind of inevitable. Like when you do live with someone, you spend so much time together, but we always end up being like, sorry. Or like we'll unpack it, which is so funny because that's not, I don't know if that's the average experience. Like, do people normally like get in tiffs and then later?
I feel like it's very normal for people to like fight and get in tiffs or maybe not even acknowledge it because it's so normal. But I feel like because it's not the norm and it hasn't been the norm, like it feels like we have to acknowledge it because it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't want that to be the norm.
No, it's not. I mean, we're both very
chill and
Chill, I
communicative.
guess. Yeah.
But yeah, why were we talking about that?
We were talking about just our friendship and like
yeah,
how we are.
yeah.
But that's it. And then we moved in together in 2022.
Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
A couple of Brooklyn broads,
Yeah.
as Pete's dad would as Pete's dad would say.
Yes.
A couple of Brooklyn broads.
Brooklyn broads. And we've lived in this apartment the whole time we've been here. So yeah, it's 2025 now. So
yeah.
however many years that is, we're going.
Wow.
Like when we sign our lease again, re-sign in August, as long as our rent doesn't go up a crazy amount, it'll be our 4th year. Yeah.
Wait,
or 3rd.
Wait,
I can't.
3rd. Why can I like not do math? wait.
Well,
wait,
no, because I've lived here for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It'll be our 3rd.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
It'll be 3 years in August.
Feels like
that we've
so
lived
much
together.
longer. What?
Younger. Okay. Well, we don't have much else to say for this podcast. We're saving it for the rest of the episodes, you guys. We have so much to say.
We do.
We're holding it in.
We're holding it in.
So
this would be the part of the episode where we would say, what are we taking home today?
well, hey, we can still be taking something home today, even on intro day.
Sure.
We're taking home that we have a podcast
That there's a
now.
new podcast that you should listen to.
Yeah.
Our episodes are going to come out on Thursdays, but
And
typically
we don't call them episodes, Pete. What do we
that's
call
true.
them?
We call them
Sods. So that's because every time Pete and I watch TV, which is every single fucking day, we call them sods. Like we have nicknames for everything. Every morning we don't say good morning, we say moan. Like moan, like good moaning, but like
Moan.
everything just changed. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
say moan in that voice. No matter how tired we are, like even if I'm in a bad mood, I'm like moan. Like it's like not even a joke anymore.
no.
But so sewed is what we call TV shows. Like we'll be like sewed tonight. So of course
Yeah. Can
our
you watch a
podcast
sewed?
episodes also have to be sewed.
Yeah.
So a new sewed every Thursday.
Episode every Thursday.
Whoop, whoop.
And follow us on social media, Instagram at Take It Home Pod and TikTok.
Yes. At Take It Home Pod. Is it that on TikTok as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, yeah. They're both Take It Home Pod. Our email is different. But I don't think any of you guys are going to be emailing us. But if you want to. Oh, if you have ideas.
My phone number is.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
If you have ideas, if there's something you want to talk about, we have like a list of things we want to touch on. But if there's anything that you want us to unpack, you want us to talk about on the episode, send us a DM of your idea. We'd love to hear.
It goes down in the DMs. It goes down. Okay.
I'm so hot.
It's like, woo!
It's really fucking hot
Like
here.
I'm sweating like a ham, as Connor would say from Love on the Spectrum.
I love him.
I love him so much. Dude, he and Georgie are goals.
Oh, we're also planning on having guests on our podcast about once a month. So yeah, just be looking forward to that.
Some
Opening
cool
up-
guests
Opening up the conversation with another person.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for
Yay!
listening.
Wow. Can't believe this is happening.
I know. So excited.
Broski. We love you guys. Thank you for listening.
That was a kiss.
That's me making out with
That was
you.
weird.
Ugh, I'm like, my parents are going to listen to this episode. Like, I know.
I
take that back.
All
Bye,
right.
everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.